All right, now we're gonna take a look at what the best year of music was. In totality, what the best year of music, you know. So I think that the best year of music was 1997. Okay, we got hella good music coming out in 1997. OK Computer by Radiohead, Homogenic by Bjork, F sharp A sharp Infinity, Either or, Lonesome Crowded West, Built to Spill, Perfect from Now On, Uchu Nippon Seta Gaia, Dots and Loops, Homework by Daft Punk. So many good albums came out in 1997. I mean, you can just look at this list, guys. You can just look at this list. Banger after banger coming out in 1997. Goated Stack, you were right. Brighten the Corners, one of the best Pavement albums. However, I asked you guys on YouTube. To give me your opinion on what the best year for music was, and I compiled them into this tier list. And so we are going to be taking a look at this tier list. We're going to be taking a look at all these years. We're going to be ranking them on this tier list. It's either a game-changing year, almost iconic year, you know, just almost there, respectable year. They got some good releases. A filler year, meaning like there's just nothing. There is nothing good. And then forgettable year is like there's nothing. Like completely forgettable, you know, like it's worse than filler, you know. At least filler has like one or two good albums. Forgettables, like there's just nothing there. Based on the question that I asked, though, what was the best year for music? I doubt we're gonna get any in the forgettable year stack. That is the plan. That is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna wait to rank 1997 until we see every other release year, because that's kind of a bias on me. We're also, so this is live, by the way. So like I'm doing a YouTube intro. This is gonna be a video, but this ranking is gonna be based off of my opinion and also Twitch chat's opinion. So it's gonna be, you know, because my opinion is gonna be biased based on like a lot of the stuff, like maybe, you know, like maybe 1968 I might know a lot of, so I'll have to turn to Twitch chat and be like, what releases came out in 1968 that we can rank. Let's do it right now. What came out in 1968? 1968, rate your music. This is how we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna go to rate your music, best albums of the year for that year. The White Album. Any White Album heads in the chat? So I'm not very knowledgeable about releases post or pre 70s. I feel like White Album goated. Everyone loves the White Album. Okay, White Album goated. I know Electric Ladyland. That's a good album. I know people like this one. Yeah, I know people fuck with the Velvet Underground, but I personally have not heard it. Yeah, I'm gonna need your guys' opinion. Okay, I don't know much about 1968. Proto shoegaze? Crazy. What does proto even mean, guys? Yeah, Velvet Underground is like I've only heard their title, their debut album. I gotta get on it, man. I gotta get on it. Odyssey and Oracle cheesy as fuck. I'll just scroll through this list and then you guys call out if there's anything, because like these are the only three albums that I've heard of from 1968, you know? White Album, Electric Ladyland, and White Heat. Only three albums that I've heard of. Lady Soul is good. Rolling Stones, I guess, released something. What came out in this album? What's in this album? Oh, okay, Sympathy for the Devil. I know that one. You know, Street Fighting Man. I know that one. I know the hits. I know the bangers. So far, you know, I'm not looking very impressed. Oh, dude, wait. I know this one. Machine Gun? I've listened to this. I'm pretty sure someone made me listen to this way back in the day. I don't remember much from it. No, we're just gonna do purely albums. Just make it easy. What's up, Falco? Pure albums. I don't know, guys. I'm not really seeing a lot of stuff here that, I mean, at least sticks out to me for 1968. Oh, what's up, Aaron? Nico? Yeah, Nico is up there. I'm gonna say Frank Zappa. Okay, I'm gonna make an executive decision. If I put it in respectable year, would you guys agree with that? Because I wouldn't say it's like an almost iconic year, you know, because I think they got to have more iconic albums, you know, like these three, the White Album, Electric Ladyland, White Light, these are iconic albums. But yeah, respectable year. We'll do that. Let's go. Let's do something that I might know. 1991. Nevermind, Nirvana, Loveless. Okay, guys, this might be okay. This might be our first high tier year. Got Loveless, goated album, of course. Spiderland by Slant is, in my opinion, better than Loveless. I don't know why it's lower than Loveless here. Low End Theory, also a fantastic album. Nevermind, you know, people love that one. I personally have never heard it, actually. I gotta get on that. But Laughing Stock by Talk Talk, this album's insane, bro. Yeah, the 90s had some good shit. 94, 91, and 97. Death. Okay, dude. You guys know how I feel about Death. You guys know how I feel about these guys. I haven't listened to this album, but I listened to Symbolic. Swans? Anyone fuck with the Swans album? Damn, a lot of metal releases. A lot of metal releases. If you're a metalhead, 91 is like the year for you. Slow Dive release. Oh, their debut, huh? Interesting. Pearl Jam. This is a big album. Massive Attack. All right, all right. De La Soul. Yeah. I'm going to be honest, guys. And maybe once again, this is my bias. Okay, this is my bias. It might just be a respectable year. I mean, they had some big artists released this year in 91, but I don't think it's like anywhere near like as good as like some other years are gonna be. Goated year. Of course you would say that. If you're in a metal, I mean, if you're in a metal, you're gonna think that this is a game-changing year. I mean, these first 5 releases are pretty dope. Loveless, Spiderland, Low End Theory, Nevermind, Laughing Stock. These are good. Second tier, almost iconic. All right, we'll throw it in almost iconic for now. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Also the grunge shit. Okay, yeah. Okay, well that's a good spot for it. That's a good spot for it. I'll throw my bias aside. Let's do something in the 2000s. Let's go 2003. What the fuck came out in 2003? There's no way 2003 was that good of a year. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm going to eat my own words here. I'm going to eat my own words here. Banger, 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 banger. That's 6 goated albums right off the bat there, dude. 6 goated albums right off the bat, man. This one's probably also good. I don't know what this is, but this one is probably fucking good. I'm going to be honest. It's great. Yeah, I'm sure. Sun Kill Moon, Mars Volta, Nujabes. This is just a compilation, huh? Or wait, or maybe not? Either way. Banger. I promise. Take Me to Your Leader. Okay, wait. This album, 2003 actually has some pretty good releases. Dope Smoker by Sleep. Bro, I need to listen to this one. I might fuck with this one. Michigan came out in 2003. Michigan's a good album. Room on Fire. That's also a solid album. Sleep's Holy Mountain's better. But Dope Smoker's pretty good. Johnny Cash, is that last album? Johnny Cash's last album? Hail to the Thief? That's actually not that good of a release. Hail to the Thief is not that good of a release. You know, I haven't listened to Room on Fire or Is This It recently, but I think I might actually agree with you. They're essentially the same album, though, right? Like, it's basically the same album. "2003 is pretty good, man. Rounds by Fortet, not the best Fortet album, but good enough to mention, you know. Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent. Yeah, I think it's an almost iconic year. Oh, this is also a good album that came out that year. Who Will Cut Our Hair When You're Gone? I think it's we'll throw 2003 an almost iconic. Not quite there. Okay, we're still looking for some crazy bangers. Let's jump down to 1994. What came out in 1994? Oh, Rook's got something. Illmatic, Dummy, Downward Spiral, Grace, Ready to Die, Crooked Rain, Blue Album, Selected Ambient Works Volume 2. It's pretty stacked. You guys might hate me for this. You guys might hate my opinion on this, but we'll keep going for a second here before I talk some shit. Caius. An Unwound album that I haven't heard. Super Unknown by Soundgarden. Yep, there it is. This Low album. Chocolate and Cheese by Ween. Yeah, Rook. The Downward Spiral album. Maybe I need to give it some more chances. You know, maybe I should go back to it. I just think the vibes in 94 beat out the actual albums. Yeah. Here's my Roman Candle is good too. Diary is good too, actually. I don't think that this is like a game-changing year though. Let me keep scrolling just a little bit. Let me get through these top, like, Nothing Wrong with Love. That's a good release too. Tommy Wright the Third. All right, let me talk my shit for a second here. Oh, Dookie's good. Park Life's good. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Oh, I can see your message record. You know what? I think it would be an almost iconic year. Dookie is a good record. Holiday's a good record. There's a lot of good records that came out this year. It's hard for me to put my bias aside too. But here's what I was gonna say. See you later. These two albums I haven't listened to, so I can't really talk on it. Downward Spiral, not that good, man. Not that good. Grace, it's good. Actually, that is good. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like the albums that came out this year from like these big artists. There's a lot of big artists, but I feel like there are better albums from these artists. Like Weezer, Blue Album's not their best album. Crooked Rain is not the best Pavement album. Selected Works Volume 2 is not the best AFX album. Like, are we really gonna say that this is a game-changing year? I could go almost iconic, but I feel like it's more of a respectable year. You know, nothing too crazy. Nothing like too insane. But that's my own personal bias. My own personal bias would say respectable year. Rook wants it in almost iconic. We're gonna have so many albums in almost iconic, just based off of the nature of this post that I wrote. Maybe tier listing this was not the best idea in retrospect, but we'll put it almost iconic. Let's do 2007. This is the first of the sevens. A lot of people fucked with 2007. Top albums, 2007. Yeah, and Rainbows. Okay, yeah. This might be our first game-changing year, guys. We got End Rainbows. We got Untrue, Sound of Silver, Graduation. These are like just these four right here are like off the bat like really good, because it's also like you gotta like take into account like the how these albums land in each individual like discography of these artists. Like these are like the top albums from these artists, you know. What else came out? I don't know what this is. An ambient album. Music for 18 Musicians. This is a good album. Interesting that it's on the top list. Strawberry Jam. Goated album. That's a good album. Forever Forever Ago came out in 2007. Wait, what the hell? Folk metal? Okay, that kind of sounds interesting. The hell is folk metal? Influences from various types of traditional folk music. You're probably right, bro. Viking metal? Yeah. All right, it could be something. Dude, oh man, I've seen this album before. Person Pitch came out in 2007. Boxer came out in 2007. 2007 has some goated albums. What the fuck? From Here We Go Sublime, that's one of my favorites, dude. Well, if I crank my mic up too much, then it's gonna pop. Do you guys hear me fine? I know you got a lot of weird motors and shit going on record. This is an interesting release. Oh, holy shit. Cross by Justice came out in 2007. That's a banger album, dude. That's one of the best albums of all time. Dude, DJ Sound Volume 9 came out in 2007. This unironically is probably good. That's actually probably good. Neon Bible. Favorite Worst Nightmare by Arctic Monkeys for all my Arctic Monkeys fans out there. Arlo, I'm not going to crank the microphone up. Sorry. What? Rook? What are you respectable? I would disagree, man. I would think that this is our first game-changing year. Here's my argument for a game-changing year. Okay, yeah. If you're naturally a Radiohead hater, then you're gonna hate this. But like In Rainbows, top 3 Radiohead albums, Burial, Untrue. You know, this is like just one of the best like dubstep albums. This is like literally like the dubstep album. Sound of Silver. Graduation's the best fucking Kanye record. Sound of Silver's one of the best LCD. I mean, so LCD Sound System is one of the best artists of all time, and Sound of Silver's like that record for them. I also think Justice releasing Cross this year is a huge deal. For me personally. The top 2 are your 2 favorite albums ever, but the rest ain't doing it. Dude, have you listened to Cross? Cross is great. From Here You Go Sublime is also a really good record. Both those records, Cross and From Here You Go Sublime, I think push sampling forward a lot when it comes to like electronic music and sampling. Person Pitch is also just an all-around goated album. Forever Go, one of the best like indie, like one of the best like folk albums that has ever been released. This album also means a lot to me personally. My bias might be showing a lot here, but I think this is our first game-changing year. It has great albums, but it's spotty. So what counts as a game-changing year, though? I guess this is like, here's what we're going to do. The titles don't matter. I mean, yeah, 1997 is a game-changing year. But here's my theory. Like I said, guys, every decade on the 7th year, we get the best year for music. Well, let's take a look at 1977. Okay, let's see what came out in 1997 or 1977. Sorry, albums released in 1977. Rate your music. Animals. I'm not the biggest fan of Animals personally. Low, I've never heard. Okay, this is where I'm gonna need your help, guys. Damn, David Bowie released 2 top albums. That's pretty crazy. Marky Moon, goated album. Goated album right here. One of the like kind of godfathers of post punk here. We got Rumors, Fleetwood Mac. Any fans? We got some mixed opinions on Low. I gotta check out more. I gotta check out Bowie in general. Steely Dan. This was an album that I've heard of. Pink Flag by Wire. Great post punk release here. We got some hype here from Rook. Kraftwerk. Godfathers of electronic music. Stranger by Billy Joel. That's a great album. Bob Marley really? Wait, where does Bob Marley? There are some iconic albums on here. Talking Head 77. Lust for Life. Clash. Self-titled. Electric Light Orchestra, Out of the Blue. Mr. Blue Sky. Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. But I think overall, I mean, also, I'm going to need you guys' help here because I don't know a lot of these releases. But I think overall, this is not, I mean, I'd put this in, like, respectable. I should put these back. Respectable year. Almost iconic. Game changing. I know I just got rid of these, but it's more fun that way. I think it's respectable. A lot of reggae rep that year. Yeah, this is one of the ones where you're saying that it has a lot of iconic albums, but not their best albums, or kind of iconic artists, but not their best albums. We'll put it in respectable. Let's go. Let's jump to. 2011. What came out in 2011? I feel like I personally can't think of anything off the top of my head that came out in 2011. Grouper. That's the first thing on the list here. Top album of 2011 for Rate Your Music. Helplessness Blues. I've never really been interested in Fleet Foxes. This Danny Brown album. I've heard some love for this. Replica. This is the first album on the list that I actually like fuck with. Not counting this because I haven't listened to Danny Brown, this album. Replica's good, but it's not like it's interesting because of the sampling and stuff, but it's not like crazy. Giles Corey album. That's a pretty good one. Twin Fantasy by Carsey Headrest. That came out in 2011. I don't think it carries the year though. I'm not really seeing a lot of good stuff this year. Unless I'm wrong, guys. I'm not seeing a whole lot of crazy good stuff here. Replica is a really cool concept. And the execution is kind of eh. Section 80. Dude, I think you're right. I think this is our first filler year, dude. I am not seeing a lot of hype stuff that came out in 2011. I can't even load the next page. Western Teleport. I gotta listen to that album because I know one song from it that was good. Bon Iver came out. That's my favorite. Well, actually, no. 22 Million is my favorite. This is my second favorite Bon Iver album. This Joy Spanner album's good, but there's not like, yeah. I think this is a filler year, guys. "2011, our first filler year." Who wrote that comment, bro? Who said, what was their argument for 2011? Helplessness Blues, 50 Words for Snow, Strange Mercy. What are these, man? Bonnie Bear, Section 80. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, Lebowski 55. 1966. Let's rock that. What came out in 1966? Long Season. Okay, wait. This is kind of goated so far. This is kind of goated. Long Season by Fishmans. Introducing by DJ Shadow. The first album that was made with just... Oh, sorry. I misspoke. I meant 1996. Sorry. I meant 1996. I misspoke. 1996. We're doing 1996. We'll do 66 next. Long Season by Fishmans. Yes. The first album to be made by Only Samples. Introducing by DJ Shadow. Released in 1966. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let me fix my camera. I don't know why it's unfocused like that. Is it unfocused or am I just tripping out? All right. Soundtracks for the Blind. I'm not a personal big fan of this one, but I know a lot of people fuck with it. This Outcast album, I've seen some love for. If You're Feeling Sinister by Belle and Sebastian. Oh, you know what, guys? Oh, Pinkerton came out in 1966. Sorry, 1990. Weezer dropped it in 1966. RDJ album, also pretty solid. Atmospheric black metal. Repetition is good. I might need you guys' help with some of this stuff here. Oh, this is good. This came out in 66? That's crazy. Wait, what the hell, dude? Damn, they released... Oh, yeah, man. I forgot that. Damn, bro. Fishman's released 3 bangers back to back to back within like a year and a half time span. That's crazy. Great Jay-Z album. Reasonable Doubt. There's some good stuff in here. Oh, Long Drive. Slack Off and Ashes. Also goated album. All right, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think I would put it in either almost iconic or respectable. I'm leaning towards... This is your favorite one in a fat minute? Oh, I don't know why I added fat to your message. Respectable for Mr. Bagel. Respectable for Rook. I'm also leaning towards respectable here. Let's rock it. Let's rock it. All right, now let's do 66. Is 66 even on here? Never mind. 66 is not on here. No one said it, man. No one said it in the comment section of this post. But since we made such a big deal out of it, I guess we'll put 1966. But it's not in here, so I can't add it to the list. Revolver, Pet Sounds, Blonde on Blonde. Wait, this should have been added, man. There's some like pretty insane albums that came out here. Yeah, no, okay, yeah. I'm glad you said something. No one mentioned any 80s years in this post. We have 33 comments. Some people said multiple years, and nobody mentioned any years of the 80s, which I found to be very fascinating. Very fascinating indeed. Let's jump over to 1969. I want to get the 60s out of here because I don't know, a lot about the 60s. This is where I'm going to need a lot of your guys' help. $1969. All right, I know some of this stuff. You know what? Actually, this shit kind of is goated. King Crimson and the Court of the Crimson King. Fantastic debut, right, from King Crimson. Abbey Road. I've not listened to the full thing, but I've listened to, of course, I've listened to some of it. In a Silent Way, is that what I think it is? No, I've not listened to this one, but I'm sure it's great, man. I'm sure it's great. I listened to Kind of Blue. That's the one I listened to. Karma, goated album here by Pharoah Sanders. Insane out of body experience album. Velvet Underground, self-titled. Their second self-titled. I forgot that they had 2 self-titled albums. They have one with Nico and their actual self-titled album. I've heard this. Pale Blue Eyes, I know. Just kidding. I only know Pale Blue Eyes. Frank Zappa, Hot Rats. Towns Van Zandt. That's a great album, too. Great country album. Nick Drake's debut came out. Oh, yeah. There it is. Led Zeppelin, self-titled. Led Zeppelin 2. Let It Bleed by Rolling Stones. This seems like it's a pretty almost iconic year. I wouldn't say it's like iconic. Pretty good record for the 60s, or pretty good list for the 60s though. Oh god, dude. Trout Mask Replica. That came out in 69. I've yet to listen to this again, dude. It's so much. It is so much. It is a lot to get through. All right, what are you guys thinking? For 1969, Fast and Bulbous. It's got some great records. Almost iconic. I'm thinking almost iconic. I'm thinking almost iconic. Fast and Bulbous. Close to game changing. I think for a year to be considered game changing, I think I gotta know about it. Because I claim to be a music knower. I claim to be a music nerd, but I don't. My knowledge doesn't go that deep. So for a year to be game changing, I think I gotta know a shit ton about it. 1979. Like 2007 kind of makes sense for me to put that in the game changing year because of like all those albums that were released in 2007. All right, 1979. Let's go. There's good stuff off the bat here. Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. Really iconic album. I really love the T-shirt. This is the album that's based off the T-shirt. Holy shit! You guys see this brat jump scare that just came up on the fucking ad? It was right here. Never seen. Anyway. Clash, London Calling, also good at album. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. I don't know if I put it in my top 50 list, but it's probably like top. It's definitely top 100 for me, I think. Neil Young. If you're into Neil Young, that's probably a big deal. Entertainment by Gang of Four came out in 79. That's a big deal. Fear of Music by Talking Heads. What is this album? One that I do not know. But people are saying it's goated. 154 by Wire. Off the Wall by Michael Jackson. That's an iconic album art right there. Pink Floyd. The most concept of all concept albums. Yeah. Supertramp, Breakfast in America. That's a solid album too. This Heat debut, I haven't listened to a whole lot, but it did lead to one of the best albums of all time. Deceit by This Heat. Breakfast in America is nostalgic as fuck. Yellow Magic Orchestra. Yeah, this came out this year too. They dropped two albums. I gotta listen to this one. Drums and Wires. Anyone heard this? The album art is like so recognizable. Merzbow started releasing in 79. Damn, dude. If that's true, I didn't realize how far back he goes. Okay, this shit is pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know, man. I don't know. For me personally, I mean, Unknown Pleasures, London Calling, Entertainment, all goated stuff here. But that's really, you know, the albums of this year that are really screaming out to me. I think it's a respectable year. Yeah, I think it's a respectable year. Nothing too crazy, but there's some good stuff that came out that year. 89. There is an 80s year. There you go. 89. The only album from the 80s, or only year from the 80s. All right. 1989. Disintegration by The Cure. Yeah, this is a classic album right here. Doolittle by the Pixies. That's also a classic album. Stone Roses. No Means No. I've not heard this. I've never even seen this. This shit looks good though. Just based off of the album cover. Beastie Boys came out with something that year. 3 Feet High and Rising. That's a goated album. Yeah, I gotta check out some Beastie Boys stuff, man. So far, still, once again, nothing screaming out to me. This feels very this feels very this feels very respectable to me. But that's probably because I haven't heard a lot of these guys. But like, what do you guys think so far? Rook just said respectable. I think it's respectable. These are basically 90s. Yeah, the only 80s years one closest to the 90s. Oh, on fire. Galaxy 500, guys. Straight out of Compton came out. Yeah, okay, this is respectable. Honestly, I honestly would even say that it's low key a filler year. Like maybe like these 3 albums good, like Disintegration, Doolittle, those are iconic, right? Paul's BT probably good. Not filler. All right. Yeah, I guess 3 Feet High and Rising is good. Not filler. Okay, okay. I'll take your guys' word for it. I'll take your word for it. Respectable year. What year do we got next? 1995. Top albums 1995. Rate your music. Oh, you're right, Rook. You're right. Dude, this album sucks, man. I could not get into it, dude. I could not. I remember I looked at 1995 earlier, like about a month ago. There's not a lot of good stuff in my opinion. Aside from these 3. Actually, okay, wait. There's actually some solid stuff. This might be our first like never mind. This might be a filler year. Symbolic by Death. Not my favorite. I don't know what this is. I also don't know what Mobb Deep, or I haven't listened to this Mobb Deep album. Example by 4 Squirrels. What? Post is good. That's a good Bjork album. Benz is also good. Elliott Smith's self-titled is good. Melancholy, Infinite Sadness. There's 3-6 Mafia in here. This is one that I'm gonna need some help ranking. Great Annihilator. It's a big year for hip hop. It looks like. Oh, Cap and Jazz. This is a sick album. That came out in 1995. Dude, what? Best one so far? Am I missing out here on some of these albums? Alien Lands. Someone shouted that out earlier. But Guided by Voices. You prefer to be an astronaut? Best one so far, though, guys? What's the story? Morning Glory. All my Britpop fans out there. Looks all right. First 10 albums had a lot of promise, though. Okay, I'll let you guys kind of take the reins on ranking this one because of the fact that I don't really know much about the albums that were released this year, unfortunately. But do not say that it's a game changing year just because Death is at the top. Second tier at least. Filler, bro. I agree with you, Mr. Bagel. I agree. I think it's a filler year, but some people in the chat here are not gonna say the same thing. What if we meet in the middle? Because I think it's a filler year. Rook thinks it's iconic. Ballum thinks it's like almost iconic. Game changing, bro. This is crazy. We're super split on this here. That's crazy. Game changing. Post is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. I agree, dude. Honestly, Post is the best album that came out this year. No, Rook, I'm not fucking putting a game changing, dude. This album's not that good, guys. I'm gonna tell you that. Let's meet in the middle. What the hell? Get out of here. Let's meet in the middle. Respectable year. Respectable year. Because we have some people. We had some people who want filler. We had some people who want in the top. That we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. 1999. 1999. The indie heads and the metal heads are fighting on this one. The indie heads and the metal heads are fighting. Mr. Bagel already thinks this is a goated year. All right, it's got some stuff. Not a lot that I've listened to. This album's really good. Fiona Apple, I really need to get into. I really need to get into Fiona Apple. I've been meaning to do that. Gustavo, bro, wait, this looks sick. I might need to check this out. American football. Keep it like a secret. Emergency eye. Okay. There's some good stuff out here in 1999. Nine Inch Nails, yeah. Obviously. I mean, you guys fuck with it. I'm not, I gotta get into it a little bit more. California, Mr. Bungle, Operation Doomsday, Soft Bulletin. I need to listen to this album. I really do need to listen to this. I've been meaning to check this out for years, dude. California by Mr. Bungle. I'm sure it's fucking phenomenal. This year has something for everybody. We got like something for the metal fans, something for the indie fans, something for the hip hop fans. Mathcore fans also got something here. Tom Waits. 69 love songs. Electronic fans also. Eureka. "13" by Blur. What electronic albums came out? Unless I skipped it. Oh, this is a banging electronic album. Todd Edwards. Prima Edizione. Edizione. Clarity. I listened to this for the first time yesterday. Yeah, the cover art's like not that good, but I'd say this is an almost iconic year. This Pinback album's good. This album's good. Stereotype A. All right, there's some good shit that came out this year. We can throw it in. I'll throw it in. Almost iconic. I don't think it's like necessarily game changing, but it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. There's a lot of great albums that came out that year. Yeah, there's a lot that makes it a great year. Like Soft Bulletin, Operation Doomsday, Emergency and I. Like all these are great. 2000. 2000. Kid A, that's right. You are right. Kid A did come out in 2000. Oh shit, guys. Okay, 2000. 2000's looking pretty stacked so far. Kid A, obviously that's the top album. Lift Your Skinny Fist to Heaven. Since I Left You by Avalanches. Goated stuff. Vespertine? Wait, no. Boris? I haven't heard this one. But this one, Dope Throne, super sick album. White Pony, also really good. D'Angelo. Oh, wait, did I listen to this yesterday? At the drive-in? No, I got it mixed up with this album. Modest Mouse, Moon and Antarctica. Outcast. Deltron 3030. Figure 8. All right, there's some good stuff. Rated R. Spirit They Vanished. Yeah, I think it's almost iconic. I don't think it's like we're still not seeing stuff like we're still not really seeing I don't know. There's got to be something that pushes the year over the edge, and I don't think we're seeing it here, you know. Wait a second. Let me hold off. Let me actually retract my statement here, and let me make an argument. We have we do also got to start thinking of albums that are on the top 50 list too. You are very correct. Radiohead Kid A, known as the greatest left turn in music history. This album I feel like inspires a lot of artists to kind of branch out their shell a little bit. Lift Your Skinny Fist Like Antennas to Heaven is a crazy record here. You're right, Mr. Bagel. Kid A is kind of the Kid A of Radiohead. Since I Left You is an insanely like influential album in my life, and then also in like the world of sampling too, just because of how like crazy like the amount of samples that are being used here. Dope Throne and White Pony, these are both really good metal albums. Out of the 10 metal albums that I've heard in my life, these are my top 2. Flood is a great album. I'm sure it is. Boris, the Feedbacker album is really good. So Moon in Antarctica by Modest Mouse, I would also say is also a great left turn in music history, where Modest Mouse kind of goes from like this like Midwest emo type style and switches it into this like kind of art rockish type style. Deltron 3030 is a really good hip hop album that I think explores, you know, like concept within hip hop albums, and also lots of fantastic sampling. Honestly, guys, how would we feel about throwing this into a game-changing year? After that, just that argument alone. We also got Spirit They Vanished, which is the birth of Animal Collective. Good on game changing? Fuck it, guys. Let's do it. 2000, the year 2000, game changing year. By the way, all the years that we have left are all in the 2000s. So I hope you guys like the 2000s. Makes sense, new century, new decade, new me. People stepped up. And then right after, let's see if they kept up with it. Right after 2000 was the year 2001. That's where we got Vespertine. We got The Glow Part 2. We got Discovery. Is This It? Leaves Turn Inside of You. Toxicity. The fucking ladder. The list keeps going. The list just goes on and on, man. These two metal albums, obviously I want to know them. Come on now. Obviously I want to know them. Best Aphex record. That was someone in the chat that said that. That's not my opinion. Radiohead. Kid A Part 2. Texas Jerusalem Crossroads. One of the most misleading album covers of all time. The Blueprint. Cannibal Ox. Cold Vein. Dude, wait. There's some goated stuff in this year. Insignificance. Yeah, guys. This might be game changing. Blue Screen Life. Also good. Fever. Wait, is that? Fever by Kylie Minogue. That came out 2001. It did. It did. That's a good album. I agree with Rook. I think this year is more game changing than 2000. Bro, just based off of like this top list right here is crazy good. As an Australian, you can never escape from Kylie Minogue. Yeah, dude, she's great. Yeah, I mean Vespertine. Although I prefer personally, I prefer Homogenic. Vespertine is really good. You can't deny that. And also, by the way, I prefer Mount Erie over Glow Part 2, and I prefer Homework over Discovery. But that does not take away the fact that these three albums right here are, you know, people would argue that these are the best albums from these artists, even though if I don't personally agree with that. And then yeah, Toxicity. Fuck it, man. Game changing year. Better year than 2000. Low key might be better year than 2007. I forgot what came out in 2007. Oh, yeah. Well, that's all just schematics at that point. 2013. Yeah, 2007 was pretty stacked. We got Yeezus off the bat. Yeezus is the top album for 2013. That's crazy. What the fuck? All right, Yeezus. Ichiku. Like Clockwork. This is the best Queens of the Stone Age album. Sears and Calypsos. Ghost Pop Tape by Devin Hendrick. I haven't heard this yet. I haven't heard this, but I'm sure I would love it. Ram. Deer Hunter came out into Monomania came out in 2013. This year already feels like filler. Yeah, I would agree. These two, I mean, this is a good run here. Nervous Young Man is a great album. Obviously, I'm gonna enjoy that. Humidity is one of my favorite like IDM records. I mean, R+7 is also good. I do agree with you guys though that like especially after 2001, this feels kind of underwhelming. I wouldn't. It's definitely not game changing, and I don't even think I would put it in almost iconic. I mean, there's some good albums. It's definitely respectable. Unless there's some stuff that comes out here that is going to shock us. Some good stuff here, though. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely good stuff. MGMT self-titled came out in 2013. Their self-title's all right. I think this is a respectable year. I think we could all agree on that too. Yeah. Yep. Maybe did they step it up in 2014? Let's find out. 2014. Rate your music. Did they pick it up a notch? Pinata. I know people fuck with that one. To Be Kind. That's a good one. Powers That Be came out. Run the Jewels 2. I think, yeah, I do agree. I think it's already better than 2013. Mind Fuzz. Still not that crazy good, though, I feel like, guys. Telepath if you're into vaporwave. Roke says that is a huge year. Oh, Wolf Girl, Machine Girl. I think it's respectable. Cyro came out. Yeah, Cyro was that year too. It doesn't seem like insanely good. But the 2000s kind of fell off, guys. Well, I guess this is 2010s. 2010s are not doing too hot right now. Maybe 2016 could turn things around. Rate Your Music top albums 2016. First time catching stream. Sweet, dude. You're in for a treat. I feel like this is just letting us know how much music we still don't know. I know that's how I feel right now. 2016. Okay, 2016 saving it. Saving the tens. The 2010s with Atrocity Exhibition, Blonde. Now, I've said before that Blonde is not my favorite piece of music. I think it's a little overrated in my opinion. Like top album here for 2016, I think is a little overrated. Black Star by David Bowie. A Moonshaped Pool. That was my first like Radiohead release thing, like Radiohead rollout. Let's agree that Blonde is overrated. Yeah, Blonde is overrated. Blonde is overrated. Unfortunately, Moonshaped Pool means the death of Radiohead. We got Bottomless Pit, Life of Apollo. There's some good stuff that came out this year. Not I got Affinity. Okay, wait a second. This year is actually more stacked than I thought it was. This year is a bit more stacked than I thought it was. Teens of Denial, Worry is also a fantastic record that came out this year. There's a reason some people say they missed 2016. Where's those who throw objects? That sounds interesting. Oh, right here. Progressive pop, art pop, jazz pop. That could be cool. Malibu. I've heard this one. Yeah, Juju came out. Denzel Curry. Yeah, 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 yeah. Masterpiece, Big Thief. Kiriko Bernito. Oh, I know which album you're talking about, Mr. Bagel. Run the Jewels 3, 2016. That's also a good album. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? I'm torn between. Let me just see this top list again. You know what? I think I'm torn between Almost Iconic and Respectable. What was that one I want? Let me make sure I save this. Almost Iconic. I'm fine with throwing it in Almost Iconic. Blade released also. All right. 2017, dude. Why was everyone saying these recent years? "2017, what came out? Nothing off the top of my head. But remember the theory, okay? Remember the theory. The 7th year of the decade always has the best releases. All right? Everyone here is in the early 20s. Yeah, bro. All right, 2017, we got Flower Boy. A Crow Looked at Me. I don't know what this is. Damn by Kendrick Lamar. Saturation 2. Seems like a pretty big year for hip hop, looks like. Of course, A Crow Looked at Me. This is my favorite hip hop album. Saturation 3. Melodrama. Wait, I think I know who this is actually. Yeah, okay, yeah. I know one song from this album. And it's the one that he did with who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? This guy. Guy Trinata. Anyway, Polygon of Wonderland, that's the best King Gizzard album. I've yet to listen to Crow Looked at Me. I'm kind of I know it's gonna be like incredibly sad. Flying Microtonal but out. Oh wait, is 2017 the year that King Gizzard decided to do that like 5 album run? Yeah. Okay. So that's goated right off the bat. Yeah, dude. This guy popped off in 2017 too. What the fuck? How many albums did he release in 2017? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Holy shit, he beat out King Gizzard. This is an album. Yeah. I remember seeing everyone hype this album out. Hype this one up. Crazy year for hip hop, dude. Dude, this guy's all over the charts. Good for him, man. Oh, Big Fish Theory? Insane album from Vince. Stranger in the Alps? Also really good. Mock Homie is the king gizzard of hip hop. Real? Dude. DJ Sabrina, the teenage DJ, making magic, the debut. Also one of her best albums of all time, coming out strong in 2017. Zoomer year. Yeah, bro. All right, guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me take a look at the top again. Oh, brand new. Brand new had their comeback that year too. I mean, it's interesting. It's definitely a huge year for hip hop. But would you say it's like a game changing year? Kind of unrelated, but I've been rewatching the Sabrina Teenage Witch from '90s. I need to watch it simply just because I enjoy TJ Sabrina so much. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up here in an iconic. We're gonna change this title actually just straight up iconic. 2017. Like I said, guys, the every 7th year of the decade, great years, great years. I like that placement. 2019. Nothing off the top of my head. The year before COVID. We got Igor. Oh, I remember that. I remember that coming out. Titanic Rising. That's a solid album. All My Heroes Are Cornballs. Schlagenheim. This is when we get into like recency bias, right? Like this is when we start going like, especially us Zoomers, right? We're gonna be like, holy shit, this year was goated for music. This is the best Black Midi album. Yeah, best Black Midi album. Yeah, no, Black Midi was 2019. Purple Mountains, self-titled. This album's heartbreaking, dude. Really good album though. E by Echo 2K. It definitely is recency bias. Come In by Weather Day. Like, I feel like if we did this in 10 years, like, where would we rank it? I listened to this album for the first time 2 days ago. Really enjoyed it. Come In, I think, is a little bit overhyped. Yeah, Rip Sophie. Everywhere at the End of Time. All right, you know what? I'll say it, guys. I'll say it. I think that this year is just a respectable year. Could also low key be a filler year. Like Schlegenheim does a lot of heavy lifting for me. I think E by Echo 2K does some heavy lifting for me. All right, we got 2 votes for respectable. This one is tough, man. I don't really think there's a lot of really good like notable releases that came out this year. I also don't think that like Igor was that good. Everyone's saying respectable. I think I have to respect the democracy here. But people, I mean, wait, hold on. Filler TBH, but also I haven't heard a lot. Okay, yeah. I can see filler. "2019, I'm gonna make it an executive decision. Overthrow the election. 2019, filler year. Filler year. Throw it in with 2000. What was that? 2011. Yeah. ...2021. What came out in 2021? LP. Go to JPEG. Little Sims, I have not heard, but I really want to. By the time I get to Phoenix, go to release. Promises, go to release. This is, I'm gonna say it, guys. The 2020 just it's shaping up to be like one of the greatest decades for music. Was this any good? Well, I'm sure it's good. It's the top 5th album of the year. Blade release Crest. That's a great album. For the First Time by Black Country New Road. That's a goated release. Mercurial World by Magdalena Bay. That's a goated release. Sinner Get Ready. Cavalcade. To See the Next Part of the Dream. This has a lot of good shit, guys. Little Ugly Mane was good. 2021 had a lot of good albums. Porter Robinson was also fantastic. The Turning Wheel by Spelling. That's a 10 out of 10 album according to Fantano. Same with Sinner Get Ready. So if we're basing this list just off of like albums that Fantano gave a 10 out of 10 to, then this would be a game-changing year. I also really want to listen to Arca, dude. Yeah, honestly, kind of insane. Frailty came out. Faith and Persona came out. Bright Green Field. Daria Core. Leroy? Who's that? You guys are hyping that up. What's that? Oh, it's Jane Remover? Alright, it's probably insane then. Probably goated. I like the album cover. Damn, dude. What a great year for Jane. Alright, I kind of fuck with it, guys. People are saying goated year. Game-changing year. The people are saying game-changing year. But do you think that's recency bias talking? Oh, wait, no. There's some really good stuff that came out this year, actually. Game-changing, though? Iconic? I almost feel like we should put it in an iconic. Because also the problem is I don't know if we've like if enough time has passed for us to be able to say that we can call it a game-changing year. We'll throw it up here. Like it's pretty up there. Like it was a solid year. 2022 was an even better year, I think. 2022 was stacked, if I remember correctly. Ants from Up There, Hellfire, Dragon New War Mountain, I Believe in You. Those three off the bat are insanely good. And then this also had the Jockstrap album, I think, came out in 2022. Bye Bye, I See Your Future, Miss Morale. Crest released this year. I could not get into Once Twice Melody. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be real with you all. Desboria Problems. That's a fantastic record that came out this year too. I didn't mean to haunt you. Respectable year, bro. Rook, what? What are you smoking, dude? I'm naming off all these goated albums, and you say respectable year. K-Roll is pretty good. There's Crest. I think this is almost iconic, but it also could be. I mean, we gotta admit that this is also kind of a lot of recency bias kind of comes into play here. That's no secret. This is a good DDS album. Yeah, recency bias. The recency bias is real. The recency bias is definitely real. And you know what? Actually, I will say, Answer Up There is not the best BCNR album, and Hellfire is not the best Black Midi album. Okay, I see where you're going with this, Rook. I think we could throw out a respectable year. Actually, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think that seems fair. 2024. This is the most recent year. This is how much does recency bias affect it though? Because in the streaming age, we listen to all of our music at the same time. Anyway, that's a great point. I mean, we're about to see how much recency bias affects it because we're gonna look at albums that was released this year. Corporate House, dude. Corporate House. That's it. Yeah, man. Best year, game changing year because of Corporate House. Yeah, bro. I mean, do we even need to look at it? I mean, this year was goated. Vaginal Disc, New Sound, Brat, Mount Erie, Godspeed, Cindy Lee. I mean, we all know. We've been talking about this we've been talking about this year all year. We've been talking about this year all year. I will say though, I haven't talked about this year since last year. Yeah. Wait, you're telling me this person got signed to Ringing Bell? That's the record label, right? This album is pretty pop. I'm gonna have to check this out. That's a good sign if that's true. Anyway, that's off topic. Yeah, we don't even need to look at that. I think it's an iconic year. I think we just say that. We just say that right off the bat. I was not a big fan of the Death of Rabbit album, only because of the vocals. The vocals were a huge turnoff for me, to be honest. Yeah, save 1997 for last because now we have to take a look at. Now we have to see, is it really? I said that it was the best year for music, and now after taking a look at all these great years for music, let's take a look back at 1997 and see. I mean, I still think so, right? Like, OK Computer, Homogenic, F sharp, A sharp, Either Or, Lonesome Crowded West, Perfect Now On, Uchi Nepon. Like, it is goated, man. It is stacked. The Mollusk, Around the Fur, I Can Hear the Heart Beating as One. 1997, there's no competition, bro. Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space. Also, Homework released this year. Prodigy, this Prodigy album. Dig Your Own Hole came out this year from the Chemical Brothers. Phantasma by Cornelius. Like, look, we're at the 40th album, and when we're still seeing shit like Phantasma pop up. There was some other like really good stuff that I saw that came out this year. Yeah, the Square Pusher album. Third Eye Blind. Do 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 do. You guys know the one. All goated stuff. And I'm getting really deep into it because yeah, Dig Your Own Hole came out this year. That one I knew. Yeah, I mean, putting a game changing. I think it is the most game changing year. There's a dismemberment plan release. The most game changing year. I think. I mean, like, there's no doubt about it. Also, like I said, Homework was released that year, and I'm like, that's my favorite Daft Punk album. This is our list. Is there anything that we want to change? No forgettable years, which I guess makes sense because I asked people about what their favorite album or favorite year was. Still stand with 2007. I definitely understand. Move 2000 to iconic at least. Oh wait, yeah, wasn't 2000 the one that we weren't really sure about? 2011 is also was I think we could put 2011 and and forgettable. No, never mind. We're keeping 2000 as iconic. We're keeping 2000 as iconic or as a game changing. Yeah, 2011 is a game changing year. Or sorry, I'm misspeaking. 2000 was a game changing year. 2011, we're moving to forgettable. I think it was 2001. I think 2001 was the year that was No, never mind. I'm also forgetting. There was a year. Oh well. This is the list. I'm happy about this too, man. We got 4 game changing years. $1995. Where did we put 95? Oh, I get. Yeah, no. 1995. That's a respectable year. We'll keep that. We'll keep that as respectable. We'll keep that as respectable. That is our full list here. Not bad, guys. Not bad.